What are we gonna do today?
I don't know.
Well, what do you wanna do?
I don't know. I feel like we've done everything.
Well, we need an idea. It's not like an idea is just gonna drop from the ceiling. Or maybe it will.
It's a beautiful day, don't you know? It's a beautiful day.
This is The Thread.
All right, the DVD is in.
Sweet. Let's see what this great idea is.
That's me. That's me. And that's 3 people. And I'm going to help them.
Many, many years ago when I read the book, Pay It Forward. And it was the first time in my life that I'd read a book that told me that I could actually be part of big change. It's kindness and math combined. And if you take, like, all of us just doing 3 things in our lifetime for 3 different people, we could change the world. People being kind to one another, like, that's the beginning of all kinds of cool things. February, that's like the month of love. What if we launch Gateway to Kindness in February? Ask people to do 28 acts of kindness. If they can't get them done in February, just keep going until you get your 28 acts of kindness. And that's how Gateway to Kindness was born. People matter, lives matter. If you help someone, you feel good. Forget the person you're helping, actually. You feel good helping one another. And the person being helped, I mean, it could change their life. What if, after 28 days, it just becomes part of, oh, I can do something? What nonprofit could you serve? You know, like, is there a nonprofit you've been thinking about checking out that you could volunteer for? Do it now. Do it. This book, Pay It Forward, is a fiction book that could be true. And if it could be true, I want to be one of the ones helping. I want to be one of those ones saying, I can help. If we look at St. Louis, wouldn't it be cool to have St. Louis in the heart of the heartland be part of that change? And I believe we can do that.
What, are you kidding me? We can totally do that.
I know. It'd be so fun. 28 acts of kindness, so it's like 28 thread-ups.
Yeah, what if we did them, instead of 28 in one month, we did 28 in one morning?
Like this morning.
Right now.
Like, yes.
Now that's an idea.
All right, let's do this. We're on a mission.
Yes, indeed. 28, you think we can do it?
Oh, yeah, that and then some.
This is gonna be awesome. I mean, here we were sitting around thinking there's nothing to do today.
I know.
And then there is absolutely something to do today.
And lots of people to do it with.
Yeah, it's an adventure. It's almost like we're cattle ranchers and we're rounding up the herd.
Yes! It's like a
Thread Up Roundup! Hello.
Before you get your wallet out,
Yeah, don't get your wallet out.
gas is on Bomarito Automotive Group. Yes! So there you go.
Oh my God. Excuse me. Well, here's what we're doing, a little rounding up. Trying to round up some acts of kindness, and we just wanted to bless you guys with a Target gift card.
Oh, what do we have to do for a Target gift card?
Nothing.
Just
Just
smile.
enjoy it. That's it.
Well, thank you very much.
You're
We're
so
trying to
welcome.
delight ourselves.
We did this right here. We did. You're not gonna need your wallet. Gas is on us. Just because.
You're so welcome. We wanted to give you a Target gift card, courtesy of Securus Circle of Advisors.
Doing well. What are you guys
Just
doing down
'cause.
here?
Well,
Funny you should ask.
Yeah.
So we're paying it forward today.
Oh, okay.
And so here.
Oh.
you gotta go give it to somebody else.
Yeah, I will. I will. Felt fantastic. Yeah, it felt really good. I think more things like that should occur. I know I feel better. Yeah, I feel better because I don't ever get a chance to do that a lot.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That was fun.
That was so fun, and you just
Yeah.
want to keep doing it.
Yeah, well, we gotta keep doing it.
I
We still got
know,
more
I
to
know.
do.
Oh, it's a thread up heads up. Okay, this is from Janice Milhoff. She says we need to check out a guy named Tony Hilker. that he's from State Park, Illinois, and he's helping the homeless. And today he's helping a woman who hasn't been able to hear in over a year hear again.
Sweet.
Let's go.
It's awesome. I can't wait to wear it.
Cassie had a very severe hearing loss. She couldn't hear a car coming. She was just isolated.
I met Cassie when she first moved across the river to the homeless camps. You know, they asked how I could help, and I've never tried something like this before. And I was laying in bed at 11:30 at night, and I saw the commercial on the TV, and I figured, why not? I'll give it a call.
Cassie really pulled at my heartstrings. She was a girl that just needed a chance in life, and she just wasn't getting it. I'm gonna put these on. You're gonna hear some beeps, okay?
You know, she wants to work, and she can't because she doesn't hear. And if she works, she's not living on the street because she has a job and she can afford to pay her bills.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. How does that feel?
Awesome.
Awesome.
He has helped me in so many ways.
So you can hear perfectly now?
Yes. No more talking behind my back.
They're our friends. We know their names, and we know their stories. They're not just some random person walking down the street that needs a coat or a jacket. You know, we know where they go at night. You know, we know where they live. You know, there's so much more to it. It's not just about donations. It's about making them feel that they matter, you know, making them feel important.
I've been emotional these days. I didn't think I'd be able to hear, but I can.
Well, I'm glad we could help.
You know, if we weren't out there, you know, I don't know that someone would be. Message me, and you can go with us. You know, if you're not wanting to donate and you just want to come volunteer, message me, and you can come out there with us. You can see it firsthand.
Was that not so cool?
Really cool story.
And we got an update. Cassie's fiance already found work, and they should be out of the camp in no time.
Isn't that awesome? And here's the cool thing about Tony. Tony was in culinary school, thought he wanted to be a chef. He went and volunteered with Feed My Peeps and was hooked. This is what he does now. This is his main occupation. He works to help him be able to do this.
And you can help out Tony, even go down there and volunteer with him. Just go to the Facebook page, Making a Difference.
Be careful, you might get hooked too.
The thread-ups are pouring in. Mitchell from St. Charles just gave a gift card given to him to a total stranger at the grocery store. McKinley and her brother Tucker from Chesterfield saw a homeless man and asked their mom to help them get a sleeping bag and food to give to him. 9-year-old Bridget from St. Louis gave her birthday money to a woman at her dad's office who unexpectedly lost her husband. And Emery from Maryville, Illinois helped serve guests at the community soup kitchen. That is awesome.
Whoa! It's like we're not the only ones getting into the act.
I know, keep them coming. There's no way we won't hit 28 thread-ups this morning. No way.
Keep them coming.
Oh, we got another thread-up heads up. Okay, this is from Janice Milfelt. She says we need to check out Virginia Leitner in St. Charles. She just celebrated her 102nd birthday. What? I know.
Happy B-Day, here we come.
And her name's Virginia, so she's got to be fun, right?
Well, I mean, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
That's just a given. My palms are kind of sweaty.
I know.
Kind of nervous.
You look good. Just be a gentleman.
Okay.
Best behavior.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Hello. How are you? I'm good. How are you? I'm doing well. We're coming to see Miss Virginia.
Yes.
Hi, Miss Virginia. My name's Tim. How are you?
Fine.
I wanted to come and celebrate you today.
Oh, good.
Happy 102nd birthday.
Thank you.
Can I have this dance?
Oh, I love it.
Oh.
I love to dance.
Thank you. I'm trying to keep up with Miss Virginia.
You'll have a way to go, I'm telling you.
I got a long way to go.
Now, don't ruin my road.
I know. I brought them. I shouldn't ruin them.
You should have come to my birthday party. Just don't tell me to be good, because I want to have fun. You know, I'm still kicking, but not as high as I used to.
There you go. Woo. Yeah, you got that. Yes, look at you.
Sure.
You're still kicking.
Right.
Yes. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This week's Thread Up story is brought to you by Securus Circle of Advisors.
The Thread is more than a TV show. It's a movement to help shine a light on all the people and places that make our community great. But the Thread wouldn't exist if it weren't for friends and business owners who believed in that movement. Like my good friend Chris Shreves and Securus' Circle of Advisors, every day they strive to honor God and help people. Now that's what I call threading up.
Securus Circle of Advisors, helping people build and secure their vision of retirement.
This is Frank Bomarito. You'll get a bigger selection and better value when you visit any Bomarito location. State-of-the-art showrooms and the most advanced service centers. Bomarito has over 8,000 new and 2,000 pre-owned vehicles, all with Missouri's best pricing, greatest financing, and lease options for everyone. Nobody has more. Nobody sells more. Your next car is at Bomarito or Bomarito.com. We're in every neighborhood.
What's up? Yes.
I got to play a song for you, cowboy.
All right, give me one. Give me a song.
Only the names change every day.
Hey, does your family like movies? Do you like movies? Here you go.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Gift card.
You're
Just go to the
welcome.
movies.
Y'all have fun.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy it. On us, brother.
Oh!
Oh!
Whoa!
Oh!
We just want to give you a little something to make your weekend a little bit brighter.
Oh, I appreciate that.
It's okay.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So good.
Well, thank you very much.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for all you do.
I make it slow.
Boom! And sparkle.
You the man. Who the man?
You the man. Great. Blessed us with that song, brother.
That was fun.
All right now.
That just made their day. Made their day.
That just made our day, right? I mean, a big thank you to Securus Circle of Advisors for hooking us up with those gift cards so we can be a part of that joy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, another thread up, heads up.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, this is from Kathy Sheffer. She says we need to check out a woman named Dawn Putnam from Dupo, Illinois. She's the founder of an organization called Moms on a Mission. Moms who volunteer to help everyone from the homeless to foster kids.
Sweet.
Moms on a Mission, we are a group of everyday people helping people every day. Our goal is to basically find a need, fill a need. We learn of different things all the time. Like I said, we started with the homeless. Now we assist the homeless. We assist foster children, veterans, low-income families. We help teens get prom dresses for prom. We do back-to-school drives. We do Christmas toy giveaways. And I'm blown away every day. I'm so inspired by the group, by the response. You know, whatever we put out there, if we have a need for something, people want so badly to help. If anybody says that, oh, the world is just full of bad people, no, it's not. It just seems that way because things happen every day with this organization. And if you ever feel like that, go over to the Moms on a Mission Facebook page and just scroll. I urge people, I beg people, if you want to give us $5, that's great. I would rather you come down and experience it just once. You only need to do it once for it to change you fundamentally. It changes you as a person. To volunteer helps you just as much as it helps the people that you're volunteering. It gives you this sense of purpose that you can't get anywhere else. I say walk by faith, not by sight, and that's literally what we do here. This school bus that we just purchased on a whim, 3 nights ago, was $2,500. And I was like, we don't have that, but man, it would be amazing because we had been looking at trying to get some kind of a bigger vehicle to take downtown, to take to low-income areas, to help people out. And so I just made a random post and was like, you guys think we could do it? That very first night, we were given $1,000. The next morning, I had somebody call me and come in here and give me $1,500. And we got a bus. Some people go their whole life and don't get to see a miracle, and I get to witness them every single day. We welcome anybody here where we let people come in and help us with things so they can see where their donations are going and how we're utilizing them. And we're hoping that it inspires them to then go into their own personal life and go, I'm just gonna carry a blessing bag in my car from now on. Just one. Just that way, if I happen to see a homeless person, I can say, hey, here you go.
her passion. Was that not contagious?
She is a ball of energy, let me tell you that. And she told me some really neat stories. One, they gave away 170 prom dresses, which is really cool. Whoa. And then she told me about a teenager who saw the backpack that she had donated being used by somebody and was completely hooked. Immediate connection to what they were doing.
And it's so fun, and just like she said, she would love for you to come and volunteer with them. All you have to do is go to their Facebook page called Moms on a Mission.
Oh, we're racking up some thread-ups now. 13-year-old Kaylee from O'Fallon, Illinois, is making and decorating birthday cakes for homeless children. 9-year-old Ariana from Collinsville, Illinois, is making beaded crosses for police officers and firefighters across the U.S. Hannah, a freshman at Sullivan High School, just raised money for a young man battling leukemia by creating Homers for Help. Fans and friends donated money for every home run hit by her team. And 11-year-old Savannah just donated her birthday money to her school's Jump Rope for Heart fundraiser.
All right, gang, it's that time of the week again.
Oh yeah, time for the hot seat.
Sponsored by Rothman Furniture. We need a contestant in the hot seat. Who we got?
Oh, we've got a volunteer right here. What's your name?
Karen.
Hey, Karen. Would you like to take a seat in the hot seat?
Okay.
That's one hot seat.
Okay.
All right. All right, you've got 17 seconds. The clock will start after I read the first question. Our theme is Roundup.
Okay.
Roundup. Are you ready?
All right, I'm ready.
Karen,
All right.
got this.
Who we got our timer? You timing? Who's got our timer?
I got it.
You got it? All right. The clock will start after I read the first question.
Okay.
At a cattle roundup, what kind of animal are you rounding up?
Cattle.
Yes, the commercial weed killer that rhymes with Roundup.
Roundup.
Yes, a cowboy uses this to rope a calf.
Roundup. I don't know. What's that, lasso?
Yes, very good. If you're riding high in the saddle, what type of animal are you most likely to be riding on?
A cow? A horse?
Yes, and you may hear, oh!
What?
Good.
Did I win?
You got it! Right. Congratulations!
Thank you. What'd I win?
You got...
Are you ready? Are you ready? You got gift cards to LaRusso's Cucina on the hill.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome, Greg. Thanks for playing the hot seat.
Thanks.
Like we always say, nobody does a President's Day sale better than Rothman.
At Rothman's President's Day sale, get 22% off your entire purchase with no minimum. Huge discounts store-wide, like this sofa, $288, chaise rocker recliner, $178, dining set, $199, 5-piece bedroom, $584, add a Serta mattress set, just $288. Then choose a Rothman bonus offer. Take 22% off your entire purchase, or 0 interest till 2022.
We're excited to give away $20,000 in free furniture going on right now at all Rothman Furniture and Mattress locations.
Hi, Kevin. My name is Tim. We heard you were in need of a new roof. Masters General Contracting and Restoration would love to help you with that. We'll put a new roof on your home at no cost to you.
I just don't like to see people suffer, and cancer is such an awful disease.
It's unbelievable.
We do roofing, siding, gutters, windows, doors, painting interior, exterior, historic restorations, attention to detail, and 100% customer guaranteed satisfaction.
I mean, that's just awesome. I can't wait to meet the guys from Masters. Just thank them personally.
Eckert's Family Farm is a proud sponsor of The Thread. Eckert's, creating family memories.
So what's St. Louis, brought to you by Endeavor Capital Mortgage. Tell us something good. How do you like to thread up?
I think right now, getting to know your neighbors, getting to connect with people who don't come from the same place as you, speak the same language as you, and getting out of maybe your comfort zone.
Give a smile on the street, say hello, good morning. You brighten someone's day.
Oh, I know what that sound means. It's another thread up, heads up.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, this is from Rachel Morgan. She wants to get in on the fun. Sweet. She is giving away free iPads to kids with disabilities so that they can communicate with their families, in some cases, for the very first time.
Technology to the everyday person is fun. And it makes life a lot more enjoyable. But for somebody with a disability or a mental health condition, it makes life possible. It's about making sure that our whole community surrounds our community members that may have a disability or a mental health diagnosis and embraces them, accepts them, tries to understand them, and gives them a voice. The iPad has done many, many things for our son and for our family as a whole. He does have autism. Just because he's pretty much nonverbal doesn't mean that he's not non-thinking, and doesn't mean that he can't touch many lives in his community, because he has. The iPad has helped him find his voice. For example, he was a part of a wedding this past summer, and he gave a wedding speech through the iPad.
She helped me find my voice. This was the greatest day of my life.
So what is the Apple a Day program? And that's giving away an iPad a day. We're really, truly trying to find those kids that are falling through the cracks, that the parents don't have the money, and it's something that is going to actually make their lives a lot better. I think as a mom, it takes me back to the day that Adam started opening up to me, typing. It takes me back there, and I really hope that it has the same impact on their family. So Lucas Johnson of Wentzville, Missouri wins an iPad Air. Congrats.
As if it's not cool enough that they get to communicate with their families, those iPads are also helping those kids with their homework and with their grades.
Yeah, and if you'd like to help them out on that mission to give an apple away every day, they're looking for sponsors. So you can go to the Adam Morgan Foundation to help them out.
Just go to Facebook.
A big happy birthday goes out to these threadheads. Kennedy from Chesterfield said she didn't need any presents for her birthday, so she asked people to bring shoes so she could give them to Shoes and Hope instead. Lucy from O'Fallon had everyone donate gift cards to friends of kids with cancer instead of bringing her presents. She did it in honor of her friends Will and Abby. And 12-year-old Ella from Crestwood celebrated her birthday by getting friends together to bake treats for her great-grandmother and other residents at a local nursing home.
This is how I wanted to celebrate my birthday.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Good. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Oh, I know what that is. Another heads up.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, this one's from Tim Ezel.
Yes, yes it is.
You're sitting right here. You could have just told me.
I want to get the cool sound for a heads up too.
Okay.
All right, so I was just at an event that was really cool. It's by the Orlando Gardens family, Jan and Sam Orlando. They do this event every year. They've been doing it for 17 years, where they move to the needs of charities in a way that has never been done before. Really cool.
We do one party. We do this one, and it takes us all year. He had his birthday party, his big 60th birthday party, and he said to everybody that night, he said,
this was such a great party, and I hope you all enjoyed yourself, and they all applauded and said it was great. And I said, well, good. Well, next year we'll do it, and you can pay for it, and we'll give all the money to charity.
That's how it all started. And it just, I mean, we've just been so blessed that the Lord liked the idea too.
The concept that we came up with the different charities being involved was pretty neat, because nobody's ever done this before.
They have a table of 8. They come to a lovely evening, as you know. It's a wonderful dinner. At the end of the evening, after the silent auction and the live auction are over, they're invited to come up and bring the name of their charity, put it in a bowl, and we pull the names out of that bowl.
We started out with maybe 300-400 people, and now this last one we were sold out. Feed my people.
When they called that name out, it was like the biggest thrill of my life.
Sisters of St. Paul.
You're always hopeful, but I mean, I was freaking out.
Families rock.
It's great, and we were just shocked.
They are so grateful. And when you know that you've been able to touch somebody like that, that's the beauty of the whole evening, is that even the charities that lose feel that they have gotten something out of it.
And in the 17 years they've been doing this, they have raised more than $1 million for charities here in St. Louis.
Is that cool or what? And here's the deal. Not everybody has a banquet center like they have, but they're using what they have to make a difference. And that's all we all are asked to do, is use whatever we have to move to the needs around us. It's so awesome. Cool family.
It can be our talents. It can be just what we like to do.
Yeah, could be anything.
Yeehaw! We just
Doggy.
got all our thread ups and then some. Now that's the way you end the show.
Giddy up. Oh, wait, it's not the end.
Oh.
No, it's not the end of the show. It's time for The End, brought to you by Midwest Hemorrhoid Treatment Center.
What are we doing?
Then why are we walking over there?
Hello, sir. How you doing? What's going on? Oh, $50.
Okay.
We want you to take it.
You sure?
Yes.
Yeah, but here's what we want you to do.
We want you to go down and give it to that couple.
Okay.
At the end.
I can
of the
do
road
that.
here. Sometimes it feels better to give than to actually get the cash.
No doubt.
Completely.
Okay, go do your
It's all
thing.
you, Kane.
How you guys doing? How would you guys like $50?
We love it.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Positive?
Yeah, what do we have to do?
Nothing.
No?
Nothing at all.
Well, thank you, sir.
It's yours.
Oh my God. Thank you so much.
Can I give you a hug? No problem.
Oh my God. You just made our day, man.
Only thing I asked for was a smile.
And you got a hug.
Hey, I did actually get a hug out of it.
That's awesome, Kane.
Thank you, Kane.
No problem, guys.
Good to
You good?
see you. I just think it's cool that we had no idea who we were going to give that $50 to.
No. And
We had no idea who was going to be blessed by it, and clearly they needed it.
Absolutely. I mean, Kane said when he gave it to him, they said, you don't know how much you've made our day. He just has lost his job, and now they get this blessing. Really cool. Really cool.
And it was fun just to see Kane filled up by this.
Spot Media Production Group.